Okay, we got the strings on. Apologize for the audio. We got a lot of wind today, and this damper in the kitchen is flapping like crazy. So here's the problem: the string at the 12th fret is really high. About what is that? 8/16 and half of that's 4 is 2, like 10/64ths, maybe 9 or 10/64ths. And I think that's supposed to be 6. I gotta shave this nut down. Before that, when I hold down on the 12th fret, the neck is bent back. It's not cupped like this, it's bent back that way. I need to bring the neck like that to get the neck flat, which I have a feeling, I don't know, 50-50. May raise this even more, the string at the 12th fret. The other one is, since this has this fret here instead of a bar, when I hold down the string at the 3rd fret, the 1st fret, it's a little higher than I think I'd like. I think I'm gonna do is loosen these strings and separate them and file this down a little. But before that, I gotta figure out which way do I adjust this truss rod here. And I think if I remember correctly, it's supposed to loosen the tension on the strings before I adjust it. So let me make sure I'm adjusting this truss rod in the right direction. I think I will loosen the strings a little. It does sound pretty good though. It's not in tune right now. The tuning is just going all over the place. And this is not a very good audio, so let me get back. All right, it's strung up. There she is, all strung. So I did file this nut fret, I guess you call it. I don't know what you call that. And I don't know if this will work. But I hold down the 3rd fret. Anyway, this one has very little. I mean, it's just a few thousandths of an inch. When I hold that 3rd fret, it's perceivable, but not bad. The action's still too high at the 12th fret. Still too high here. Here's the really bad part. You can see this. So I shaved this nut down so doggone far that there's no break angle from the bridge to going in the hole. And I think that's what's hurting some of the sound. It's not very loud. And I can't get that bridge any lower. It probably should never be. But I did get flat. This is right here at the 1st fret. So why is this bridge too thick, and is that why it's up, and or does it need a neck reset? In any case, it's at the 12th fret. Let's see, what did I say it was? At the 12th fret. Ooh. Here we go. I wanted 6/64ths, and then I ended up with like 7.5 64ths at the 12th fret. I can't get it any lower. Let's take it upstairs, put it up to a mic, and I'll play it, and you can hear what it sounds like. See you in a minute. All right, let's see how it plays. I'm just going to play some chords because I don't want to embarrass myself any more than I already have. So let's play an A chord. Playing this this on a Fishman Loudbox Mini and a Sennheiser 825S microphone. See? Playing E. A D. C. G. Sounds clean. I don't know. What do you think of the sound? Bridge is mediocre. I got to fix this little this issue with the break angle on the back of these pins. It's way too shallow. May actually get louder. It's kind of twangy. Maybe that's just me. All right, thanks. Well, this guitar needed a neck reset, and I don't have the skills. And from what I've read and what I'm looking at, I think this neck is epoxied on. I'd have to do a Kung Fu neck reset. You can look that up. It's basically sawing the neck off and then bolting it back on, and I'm not going to go through that much work. So I did this kind of, I don't know what you would even call this. Crazy, I guess. But anyway, I put a straight edge here. I bought this little cheap straight edge. I had to buy 3 of these. Actually, I had to go through 3 of these before I found a straight one. And there's a dip right here at the body. So I guess pretty common is the body caving in right here. So there's a couple things I did. One is I inserted a block of wood in there up against this. I can't really see, but I shoved in a guitar pick too and wedged in some stuff to raise this body up. And that's in there really tight, and it's pushing the back side, or the neck side of the hole up the body. And I've added this weight here. And the neck was at the 12th fret here. From the bottom E string down was measuring like 9/30 seconds from the bottom to the top of the fret. And by doing this, and I've done it for a week, and it's been humidified in here. I got my humidifier. It was higher. It was like I had been holding it about 55% humidity in this room. And it's dry here, these 2 humidifiers. Normally the humidity here is around 15, 20% if we're lucky. So anyway, being extremely dry, this thing is dried out and imploded. So I'm trying to get it humid. I'm trying to push this side of the fretboard up, and I'm using this weight, and I did it for 4 days, and the measurement right here at this fret is 6/30 seconds, dead perfect. I'd like it about 5. So I'm going to go a little bit longer. I think what I might try and do here, I don't know, this is a long term. I mean, this is going to take weeks, but this little wedge here, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a long bolt, a big fat bolt with a large nut, you know, and get one that just fits. And I'm up against this, can't really see. Way up in here, there's a bar. There's a cross piece in here that I'm pressing up against. And since this thing's got all this weight on the bottom, clamped down and pushing down, and there's a block of wood under there too, so I don't damage the back. Anyway, this nut that I plan on putting in here vertically, this bolt with a nut, I want to twist that so it pushes this up and up and up a little bit every day. Maybe give it like a quarter turn a day, and see if and then over time, probably take a few weeks. But I think with humidity and some force, gentle force, I don't know if you call this gentle or not, probably not. I think I can get this back into shape. Right now, this thing sounds fantastic from about the 13th fret up. This way down, it starts buzzing right up in here. And I still haven't really adjusted the truss rod. It actually didn't have enough adjustment to do it. This being out so far, whatever that means. I mean, this thing's just so distorted. The neck is imploded. This part of the neck was bent up. This part of the neck is crushed down, which brought all the strings way up. So, but I did play it, and it sounds really, really good. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll let it set for a few days, and then hopefully it'll hold. Time will tell. Thanks, guys. So here's some more craziness I'm doing. So the issue is the neck here is caving into the body this way, causing that neck to come up, and the fret's way too high. And you've already seen where I put a weight on there. And I don't recommend anybody do this. I'm just doing this because it's kind of an old cheap guitar. But anyway, there's a brace right there. And I've put a screw under that brace and a couple of blocks of wood and screwed that up to where the top's flat again there, and I checked it with a straight edge. And you can see by this bracing back in here that this guitar is not, you know, anyway, it's out of focus, but you can see it back there. This is no high-end guitar in any means. This is a very entry-level, low-end guitar. But I still say it sounds amazing. It's old, like 1970, I forget, 72, 76, somewhere around there. It's 2023. But I put this straight edge on here now, and sorry, the neck's dead straight, and it reaches the bottom of the fret, or the top of the bridge, just barely. Anyway, I think it's just a little bit below this. I'm trying to videotape in this, and I already shaved the heck out of this saddle, so nothing I can do about that except replace it. But there you have it. I have that working on flattening the top, and I checked the top this way, and it's flat there when it had a big old dip in it. Looks pretty good. I'll keep humidifying it. There's a tremendous amount of force on a screw jack. So I got it in, and this was a pain. I got a wrench on the bottom, wrench on the top. These I use two small crescent wrenches just for the room to work. But there's a tremendous amount of force that can be exerted by a screw jack, good and bad. The bad part is wood. It will bend until it fails, and then it will just catastrophically snap. So I screwed it up till it measured flat and left it. I should go maybe a little beyond, but I'm not gonna. Like I said, Wood will bend when you humidify it, but wood will just at some point give up and catastrophically just break. So hopefully, and it'll happen over time. I mean, if I humidify this and leave this for a week, I have the good possibility that I could snap something in there. Just over time, that wood will just creak and creak and creak, and then eventually I'll come in and it'll, I'm hoping not. I don't recommend anybody do this. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I don't want to do a neck replacement. And this is my short-term, long-term fix. If I can, I'm going to put that weight back up there, further up the neck about here. So it doesn't, because it's already kind of, just get this part up. But I'm 80% there already. Maybe I should leave it alone, but it's at 6:30 seconds. I want to get it at 5:30 seconds. And slowly, and if I can get it to stay there permanently, that's the thing. I had it at 6:30 seconds and then tuned it up and then played it for an hour or so, and then it moved about to 6.5 30 seconds, and who knows, after a few days it may go back up to 9. But in any case, there's the craziness. And again, don't do this unless you have some really inexpensive guitar and you want to experiment. But I know the Luthiers are going to cringe and call me all kinds of bad names, but anyway, it's in the experiment stage and in the vein of science. I'll see if this can work, and something catastrophic doesn't happen, I'll be happy. Thanks again. See you guys.